All right, in section 11.3, we're going to look at something called expected value. Expected value, also called expectation, is often used to determine the expected result of an experiment or business venture over the long term. So the key thing that we're looking at here is if we were to look at this over a long period of time, and that's when we're thinking expected value. Expectation is used by insurance companies to determine how much each insurance policy should be in order to make a profit. It can also be used to predict the expected gain or loss in games of chance such as lottery, roulette, craps, and slot machines. All right, so our rule for expected value we see here. Right, so our rule for expected value, each of those P's that we see is the probability that the event will occur. Right, so P1 is a probability that event 1 will occur, P2 the probability that event 2 will occur, and so on and so forth. And then A's are the net amount lost or won for an event N. Right? So A is going to be the amount that is lost or won. So the A's can be either positive or negative based on what different types of outcomes we have in our experiment. Right, so let's look at this first example here. Right, JetBlue Airways is considering adding a route to the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Before the company makes its decision to whether or not to service Minneapolis, it needs to consider many factors, including potential profits and losses. Factors that may affect the company's profits and losses include the number of competing airlines, the potential number of customers, and overhead costs and fees it must pay. After considerable research, the company estimates that if it serves Minneapolis, there is a 60% chance of making a $900,000 profit, a 10% chance of breaking even, and a 30% chance of losing $1,400,000. How much can JetBlue Airways expect to make on this new route? All right, so our formula for expectation, right? We have three different possibilities here, right? Making $900,000 profit, breaking even, or losing $1,400,000. So we're going to do P1A1 plus P2A2 plus P3A3. Right, all of those are going to be multiplied. All right. So our expectation, a 60% chance, 0.60, you can drop the extra zeros if you want to, times 900,000 plus 10% chance of breaking even, 0.10 times 0. Money is neither lost nor won, plus 0.30 times negative 1,400,000. Right, and then from here we can just simply plug this into our calculator, and that is going to give us final answer of 120,000. Make sure you don't forget about that negative sign. Right? Make sure we get everything answered into our calculator correctly. Right, so to answer this question, we will say JetBlue has an expectation right? This expectation is the expected average gain of $120,000 for adding this particular route. So again, we use our expected value formula. We multiply all of our different probabilities times all of our different amounts, and then we, again, just go through the calculations to get a nice answer for our expected value.